I never believed that places could remember people. I was wrong. It began when I moved into the apartment at the edge of the city. It was cheap, too cheap for how clean it looked. The landlord avoided eye contact when he handed me the keys. His hands were shaking. "Don't make noise after midnight," he said. That was it. No warnings, no explanation. The first few nights were normal, quiet, too quiet, the kind of silence that makes your ears ring. On the fourth night, I woke up suddenly, feeling like someone had called my name. My room was dark. My phone lay beside me. 2:58 a.m. I turned onto my side and froze. There was a shape standing near the door. Not moving, just standing. I held my breath. My eyes slowly adjusted to the dark. The shape looked like a person, but something about it felt wrong. Its head was tilted slightly, as if it was listening. I whispered, "Hello?" The shape vanished. Not walked away, not faded. It was just gone. The next morning, I convinced myself it was a shadow. Stress. New place. Nothing more. That night, I locked my door. At exactly 2:58 a.m., my phone vibrated. A message from an unknown number. "You locked the wrong door." Before I could reply, I heard it. A soft knock. From inside my room. I sat up slowly, my heart pounding so hard it hurt. The knock came again. Gentle, patient. I whispered, "Who's there?" The knocking stopped. Then the voice came, calm and close. "Open your eyes." I squeezed them shut. The bed creaked beside me. Something sat down. The mattress dipped deeply, as if whatever it was weighed more than a human should. Cold seeped through the sheets and into my skin. "You feel it, don't you?" the voice said. "The gap." "What gap?" I whispered. "The space where you're supposed to be." My phone buzzed again. "You're already late." I opened my eyes. The room was empty. No one. Nothing. But my door was open. I was sure I had locked it. From that night on, the apartment changed. Walls seemed longer, corners darker, sounds delayed, like echoes were arriving too late. Sometimes I would see movement in my peripheral vision, a reflection moving when I didn't. At night, footsteps walked above my ceiling. I lived on the top floor. Every night at 2:58 a.m., something happened. Sometimes it was breathing behind my ear, sometimes it was fingers brushing my ankle. Once I woke up standing in front of the mirror, my hand pressed against the glass, whispering words I didn't understand. The messages continued. "You used to live here. You promised you'd come back. They miss you." One night, I finally replied, "I've never been here before." The response came slowly, letter by letter. "That's what you think." The next morning, I found photos on my phone. Photos of me, sleeping, standing in the corner of my room, smiling at the mirror. The timestamps all read 2:58 a.m. I tried to leave. The front door wouldn't open. The windows wouldn't break. My phone had no signal, but the messages kept coming. "You can't leave until you remember." That night, the knocking returned, louder this time. Not from the walls, from inside my chest. Pain spread through my ribs as if something was pushing outward. I collapsed onto the floor, gasping. The apartment lights flickered. The walls began to breathe. In front of me, the floor darkened, forming a shape. A doorway opened where the carpet had been. Cold air poured out. The voice returned, no longer calm. "Come home." I didn't want to, but my body moved on its own. I stepped into the opening. The apartment vanished. I stood in a long hallway lined with doors. The ceiling was too low. I could hear whispers behind every door, crying, laughing, begging. The doors were labeled with dates. Years. Decades. At the end of the hall was a door with no label. It was slightly open. I pushed it. Inside was my apartment, but older, darker. The walls were stained, the mirror cracked. In the center of the room sat a man, rocking back and forth. He looked up. It was me. Older, thinner, eyes hollow. "You came back," he whispered. "What is this?" I said. "This is where you left us." Memories slammed into my mind. I had lived here before, years ago. I wasn't alone then. There had been others. We performed rituals, games. Curiosity turned into obsession. We tried to listen to the building. We opened something. One by one, they disappeared. I survived. I ran. I forgot. Or thought I did. "You promised," the older me said. "You said you'd return and close it. What happens if I don't?" He smiled. "You already didn't." The walls cracked open. Hands reached out. Faces pressed through the plaster. All of them were familiar. All of them were trapped. The floor opened beneath me again. I fell. I woke up in my bed. Morning light. Birds chirping. My bags were packed by the door. My phone showed missed calls from unknown numbers. I stood up, shaking. I checked the mirror. My reflection smiled. Not me. I ran for the door. This time, it opened. I stepped outside. Fresh air. Normal street. Cars passing. Relief flooded me. Behind me, the apartment building looked ordinary, until I saw the window. Someone was standing there, watching. It raised its hand. I raised mine. It didn't copy me. It waved goodbye. My phone buzzed. "Thank you for switching." I felt a strange lightness in my body, like something important was missing. I walked away. That night, somewhere else, someone woke up at 2:58 a.m., feeling like they were being watched, and the apartment remembered them too.